Hi, my name is Jean Martin and I'm going to teach you how to play scales on the piano. What are scales? Scales are patterns that go up and down the piano keyboard and they look something like this. Why do pianists learn scales? Well, they're cool. They're great technique exercises and they help us to play pieces. If you can figure out how to play scales with a practical fingering that works, you can also figure out how to finger pieces so that your fingers aren't tripping over one another. The difficulty is that it's hard for a lot of people to learn the fingering for scales, especially when they're playing both hands and especially when they're playing in parallel motion. Parallel motion means that both hands are moving to the right and then both hands are moving to the left. They're both moving in the same direction. The difficulty is because your hands are mirror images of each other, so you can't use the same fingering in both hands. So I'm going to teach you how to play the scales, but I'm not even going to use finger numbers. Step one is to divide your fingers into 3 different sections. The fingers, 2 fingers on the left, we're going to call the red fingers. The finger in the middle, we're going to call the yellow finger. And the 2 fingers on the right, we're going to call the blue fingers. Okay, so red, yellow, blue. First, I'm going to show you how to play the finger patterns just on a table because it's just a little easier. You don't have to worry about missing piano keys or that kind of thing. And afterwards, I'll show you how to do the same thing on the piano keys. Step 2, we're going to learn the 5-note scale pattern. That's this one up here. So if you want to play this 5-note scale pattern, this would be played on 5 piano keys right next to each other. You do the 2 red fingers, the yellow finger, and then the 2 blue fingers. And if you want to go backwards, just go the other way. Very simple. It's actually the same thing for the right hand. You use the two red fingers, the yellow finger, the 2 blue fingers, and then go back again. If you want to do both hands, the 2 red fingers, the yellow finger, the 2 blue fingers, and then back again. That's really simple. Nice and easy. Okay, let's apply this to the piano. For the short 5-finger pattern, I'm just going to put my fingers, 1 finger on each white key, 5 white keys right next to each other, and just play the pattern. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. The other hand, same thing. Both hands, 2 reds, yellow, blue. The next step is to learn how to do the 8-note scale pattern. Now this is a little trickier because we have 8 keys and yet we only have 5 fingers. That means that we have to make some adjustments. So we're going to use all 5 fingers and then we're going to use 3 of our fingers over again. We're going to start by using just the 2 red fingers, the yellow finger, the 2 blue fingers, and then we're going to move our hand over to wherever the next piano key would be, play the yellow finger again, and then the 2 blue fingers. On the way back, 2 blue fingers, the yellow finger, and then we're going to move our hand over, 2 blue fingers, the yellow finger, 2 red fingers. Now there is a technique of crossing over and tucking under, but we're not going to worry about that technique right now. We just want to get the basic finger pattern. So when you need to move, just move your arm where it needs to be. I'll do it again. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Move your hand. Yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow. Move your hand. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. The next step is to learn the right hand fingering. So here I have my right hand, and here I have my right hand pattern. I'm going to do red, red, yellow. I'm going to move my hand over. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. On the way back, blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Move your hand over. Yellow, red, red. I'm going to do this again. Red, red, yellow. Move your hand over. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Backwards, blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Move your hand over. Yellow, red, red. The next step is to learn how to play a 1 octave. That's the 8-note pattern with both hands together. This is pretty tricky, but I'm hoping that this is going to make it a lot easier for you to learn. So you see I have a line for my right hand and a line for my left hand. You're going to play these 2 fingers together and these 2 fingers, these. Here's where it gets a little different. The yellows actually line up. It's a great pattern to notice. And then the blues line up. Okay, so we're going to start with both red fingers. Red, red. We're going from left to right. Then we're going to play both yellow fingers. Okay, here's where we have to make a change because going from left to right, we would both be doing blue fingers. Well, in the right hand, we need to do red fingers. That means we need to move our right hand so that we can do red fingers in the right and blue fingers in the left. Let's do that. Next thing, we have to do the 2 yellow fingers. That means I have to move my left hand over to where the next piano key would be, yellow, and then I can do my 2 blues. Blues, blues. Blues are going to go backwards, blue, blue, both yellows. And now I've got a problem. I need to do blues in the left hand, but my red fingers are where I am trying to go. So I'm going to move my left hand so I can do blue fingers in the left and red fingers in the right. Okay, next in the pattern are the 2 yellows. So I'm going to do the 2 yellows and then red, red. Let's try it again. Red, red, yellow. Okay, we're going to need to move the right hand so the right hand can play reds and the left hand can play blues. We're going to need to move the left hand so that both hands can play the yellows. Blue, blue, backwards. Blue, blue, yellow. We need to move the left hand over so that the left hand can play the blues and the right hand can play the reds. Now we need to move the right hand over so that both hands can play the yellows on the next note and then the 2 reds. That's it. Okay, let's get back to the piano and do the 8-note scale pattern. First, the left hand. That's the bottom ones. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Now I need to get to this next key, so I'm going to move my yellow finger to that next key. Yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, going this way. Blue, yellow. Now I need to get my blue fingers to this very next key. I'm just going to move them. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Okay, the right hand. That's this pattern here. Red, red, yellow. I need to get my reds to the next piano key. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Both hands read like that. Red, red, yellow. Now the right hand does red, left hand does blue. Both hands use yellow for the next key. Blue, blue. The next step is to learn the left hand 2-octave scale pattern. This is a scale that goes across 15 notes in a row, 15 piano keys in a row. Each of the dots represents 1 piano key. Okay, we're going to start, oh, and you're going to notice something a little different here. I have 1 special finger. That's matches that one over there. That's what's going to allow us to extend the pattern. I'll show you when we get there. So we're going to start out with our 2 reds, just like we did before. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Now we're going to move our hand over, yellow, blue, blue. We've made it halfway through our scale, And now I'm going to move my star finger, the one that's really close to the end finger, but it's not the end finger, and move that to the next piano key. Star, that's the red star. Then I have my yellow, blue, blue, yellow, blue, blue, backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, the star finger, then move your hand, blue, blue, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Again, red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Move your hand. Yellow, blue, blue. Move your hand. Star finger, yellow, blue, blue. Move your hand. Yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, blue, blue, yellow. Star finger, move your hand. Blue, blue, yellow. Move your hand. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Next, we'll learn the right hand pattern for a 2-octave scale. This time, I have a star on my blue finger. That's the one that we're going to do here. I'm going to follow this long pattern starting from here and then going down this way. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, starting with the 2 reds. Red, red, yellow. Move your hand. Red, red, yellow. Blue star. Move your hand. Red, red, yellow. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Move your hand. Yellow, red, red. Move your hand. Star finger. Yellow, red, red. Move your hand. Yellow, red, red. Both hands. Again, just the right hand. Red, red, yellow. Move your hand. Red, red, yellow. Star finger. Move your hand. Red, red, yellow. Move your hand. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Move your hand. Yellow, red, red. Move your hand. Star finger. Yellow, red, red. Yellow, red, red. All right, now we're going to do both hands. So we're going to read these together and then just use the colors on our fingers. So we're going to start with the 2 red fingers. That's this one and this one. Red, red. Next we're going to go with the yellow fingers. Okay. Now we're going to need to move the right hand so that the right hand can play the 2 red fingers on the next piano keys, but the left hand is just fine. Here, here. Next we've reached the 2 yellow keys. You're going to have to move the left hand to the next piano key so both hands can play the yellow fingers. All right, next the right hand's going to play this star finger, but the left hand's going to play these 2. The right hand's going to play the star finger though, and then it's going to have to move to the yellow ones. So here we are. The star and then the first blue, and then the right hand moves so the right hand can do the next red finger and the left hand can do the blue finger. Now we're going to need to move the left hand so it can play the red star with the next right hand red star. Okay, next would be the, I'm going to just scoot over here because I need more room, the yellow fingers. Now the red hand is going to do, the right hand is going to do the red fingers, the left hand is going to do the blue. Both hands are going to play the yellow. And since we reached the end of the pattern, blue, blue. I'm going to go backwards. Blue, blue, yellow. Now I'm going to need to move my left hand. So my left hand blue fingers on the next piano keys, even though the right hand is going to play the 2 red ones. Next I need to move my right hand so that both fingers are going to be the yellow fingers. Okay. Next is the left hand star and the right hand red. And then the left hand has to move so it can play the blue and the right hand can play its last red. Okay. Next, the right hand has to play the star and the left hand can play the next blue finger. The 2 yellows. We're going to have to move the left hand so that the right hand can play red and the left hand can play blue. Now we need to move the right hand so that we can play both yellow fingers and then finish with red, red. Red, red, yellow, the red and blue, yellows. We start with the blue, and then after that star we have to do a switch where the left hand does blue, the right hand does red. Then we have to do another switch where the left hand does the star and the right hand does its other red, both yellows, the red and the blue, the yellow, and then the two blues. Backwards, blue, blue, yellow, blue and red, yellow, red star, red and blue. These are actually your thumbs, by the way. Then the blue star and the other blue, the yellows, the blues and the reds, the yellows, red, red. One more time. Okay, let's get back to the piano. This time we're going to do the left hand 2-octave pattern. That's 15 notes in a row. That's 15 piano keys in a row. 1 piano key for every dot. So red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Now we need to get the yellow finger to the next key. Yellow, blue, blue. We're going to use our special finger, the finger that's close to our pinky, but it's not quite. That goes on the next one. Yellow, blue, blue. Yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow. Blue, blue, yellow. Special finger. Blue, blue, yellow. Blue, blue, yellow. Red, red. And now we're going to get the right hand on the piano doing the 2-octave pattern. It's 15 keys in a row. We're going to go like here. And because we're doing a long pattern, we're going to use this line of notes here. Okay, starting with the 2 reds. Red, red, yellow. Red, red, yellow. The star finger. And because we're going to do the longer pattern, we're going to go down here. Red, red, yellow. Red, red, yellow, blue, blue. Backwards. Blue, blue, yellow, red, red. Yellow, red, red. The star finger. Yellow, red, red. Yellow, red, red. Try 2 hands at the same time, just using our pattern, starting with the 2 reds and the 2 yellows. Now, 2 reds in the right hand, 2 blues in the left hand, 2 yellows. The first blue, right hand switches to reds, left hand switches to the special starred red note. Yellow, red in the right, blue in the left, yellow, blues, backwards, blues, yellows, blue in the left, red in the right, yellows. The first red, left hand switches to blue, right hand uses the star finger, yellow, left hand blue, right hand red, yellows, and the two reds. Again. A little faster. And there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Happy playing!